Okay, so another day, another series, man. This one over here is Sammy's Casual Sonic Monster series. It's his series 7, which is absolutely awesome. I thank you very much for supporting the channel so greatly and requesting all these series. And trust me, this is only just the beginning of what's coming for Sammy, which is awesome. So thank you for that. But you guys are going to absolutely love this playlist. I think you guys are going to absolutely love it. There's a great variety of music and stuff that you guys know of. But yeah, so we get started with Guns N' Roses, Don't Cry. There is a message over here from Sammy with regards to this song. The message is, Guns N' Roses released 2 albums at the same time in 1991, and they were 1 and 2 at the top of the charts for a while. Both albums contained a song called Don't Cry. The chorus is the same in both, but the lyrics in the verses are completely different. The melody in the verses is slightly different too if you listen carefully. For someone who pays a lot of attention to lyrics, I thought you might enjoy comparing the 2 versions. And yeah, that kind of gives it away. We actually have the second version of this song coming up right after this one, so you can look forward to that. So yeah, let's rock and roll, man. I hope you guys are having a super awesome Friday. Let's go through an absolutely awesome playlist, and I'm sure you guys will enjoy it. Let's rock and roll. Let's go. I don't think I've ever heard this song. Obviously I know of Guns N' Roses, but I'm not sure I've ever heard this song.
Softly, there's something in your eyes. Don't hang your head in sorrow, and please don't cry.
That's some domestic violence with guns.
I've been there before. Something's changing inside you, and don't you know? Don't you cry tonight, I still love you, baby. Don't you cry tonight. Don't you cry.
So I'm just getting toxic relationship vibes over here. So a relationship that's going, you know, through the motions of a lot of like chaos. And down to domestic violence at the end of the day, but the fundamental basis of this relationship is still love, but obviously there's an incompatibility there that's causing all of these domestic issues, right? So, you know, it actually happens with a lot of relationships, like in the beginning, that it's so powerful and so passionate that it can actually become toxic because they're not actually the same. Like, they're not birds of a feather. You know what I mean? I actually tend to believe that birds of a feather attract, as opposed to, you know, opposites attract. Birds of a feather is more relevant. You know what I mean? Because those are the relationships that actually stand the test of time, because you have the same views, the same morals. You actually share the fundamentals. And those other relationships where you're like diametrically opposed, but there's such like a physical attraction to one another. Those are relationships that tend to fall apart. But yeah, never heard the song before. Just to let you know, this is the first time I've actually heard this.
Don't you cry tonight, there's heaven above you, baby. And don't you cry tonight. Give me a whisper and give me a sigh. Give me a kiss before you tell me goodbye.
All these women are very pretty.
Don't you take it so hard now, and please don't take it so bad. I'll still be thinking of you and the times we had.
Yeah, so the relationship's over.
Baby, and don't you cry tonight. Don't you cry tonight.
So it's kind of like the relationship's over and they know it's over, but don't you cry. I mean, I'll always love you regardless. I mean, we didn't quite work together. I'm not entirely sure if they sort of like sort of alluding to the fact that one of the partners died. I'm getting like hints of that, but it's not too prevalent. But yeah, with the relationship, it got so toxic to the point of jealousy, and kind of like making each other jealous for some odd reason. It's the most ridiculous thing. Like if you're actually in a relationship where your partner tries to make you jealous with like being flirty with other people, even if they don't do anything, get the fuck out of that relationship. That's bullshit. Anybody that's trying to do that to you, that you're in a relationship with, that is trying to do that to you, that relationship's failing, guaranteed. I don't play into the jealousy fucking game. I've never had that kind of thing. I think my first girlfriend actually tried to do that to me, and that didn't end well. You know what I mean? You're gonna try and make me jealous by flirting with other people. It's game. I don't play those games. Do you know what I mean? So it's just, I'm not the jealous type. It's like, oh, I'm gonna go out with my girls, and maybe I'll speak to guys. Cool, do it. That doesn't, you know what I mean? That's the thing about my wife at the end of the day, is that the absolute trust I have in this woman. She can do whatever she likes. Go out, do whatever the hell you like. I promise you I'll sleep like a baby, because the actual trust and loyalty I have to this woman it is just insurmountable. I can't even explain to you. For me, you can do whatever you like, right? Me and her are so in tune with each other. We're like this. You know what I mean? That for me, it makes no difference. Go out, have fun. I know who you are.
Don't you cry tonight. There's a hell of a party right back. And don't you cry tonight.
And it works both ways as well. That's a little more fun than you want to be having in in your relationship. Good representation of the entire relationship's kind of like flying off a cliff, right? I'm not entirely sure if they intended to do it that way, but it's actually quite clever where the relationship got so toxic. And usually the funnest relationships, the ones that have got the most heat, are the relationship that tends to sort of fly off the rails, you know? But there were warning signs.
And please remember that I never lied. And please remember how I felt inside now, honey. You gotta make it your own way, but you'll be alright now, sugar. You'll feel better tomorrow. Come the morning light now, baby. And don't you cry tonight. And don't you cry
See, they are actually alluding to death over here, so it could be that even though the relationship was toxic and whatever else, but it's dealing with the person that you actually did love, and even though that person hurt you many times, that person actually did die, and that's still very painful because you had this immense connection to that person. It's almost like he's singing from heaven saying, don't you cry tonight. Don't forget that there is a heaven above you. So it could be that it's not only the death of the relationship, but the death of the person who was in the relationship. That's Slash, I think. see a top hat, thing slash. I'm not entirely sure who actually died. I don't know if it was him or her. I think it might have been her, actually. Was there a baby in this relationship? Okay, I get the symbolism over there. You know, someone dies, another one's born. Like, life is replaced, right? So something beautiful will always come out of something tragic. Sure, I get that. There's a lot going on. Cool. No, that's a cool song. I mean, for me, it's quite a chilled song. It's a cool song. At the end of the day, I'm not going to say it's the best I've heard, but it's a cool song. Let's take a look at the second one with slightly different lyrics. I'm actually quite intrigued to see what that one's about. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.